Okay, so our project for this week is we are going to make whistles. They need to whistle for credit, and so I'll talk to you about making them, but let me show you a few examples first. Here's a little dinosaur coming out of an egg. This is the mouthpiece of the whistle. Okay, so there's a whistle. Here it's a peanut whistle, little smaller mouthpiece. Here is a Eric Cartman whistle student made a few years ago. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make the body. When I talk about the body of your whistle, that's this round, or it doesn't have to be round, but your hollow part. You'll want to make your body and the mouthpiece first, and then you'll want to make it whistle, and I'll talk to you about how to do that in just a second. And then once you have it whistling and your mouthpiece is attached, then you will want to create it into whatever you want to create it into. So to start, you're going to want to make the body of your whistle. So depending on what you're planning on making, usually rounder shapes work better. But I have some people do these with like a box or rectangular shape. But you'll take two, I'm just going to talk about, I'll just call it a circle, okay? But so you're going to take two half circle pinch pots and then slip and score and meld them together. So melding it means it becomes one hollow form. You cannot see the seam. So they don't have to be circles. You could do ovals, or like this peanut, there was two half peanut shaped pinch pots. So whatever you're making, you'll make two equal sizes, equal thickness, and then you will slip, score, and meld them together. So now you have a hollow form. Sometimes too, if you wanted to change the shape, you can kind of, I know it seems weird, but kind of pat it like this. So you'll start by making the body of your whistle. Once you have made the body, you then want to make the mouthpiece. So you will all have a popsicle. I got this stuck on here. You will all have a popsicle stick. So when I make the mouthpiece, I put clay on the popsicle stick, and then I'll see if I can tilt this down. I like to bang it on all four sides of like the table or the desk so that it becomes a rectangular shape. And then if I need to, I will trim it down to size or thickness using the needle till I'll cut it. So I'd already done that before I made this video, but yeah, so here I have the mouthpiece, and I'll slide it off here, so you need to be able to blow through it. So you first want to make the body of your whistle, and then you make the mouthpiece. And then once you have those two pieces, now you want to work on making it whistle. So I'm going to try to angle this down here so I can show you this. Sorry, no, I'm working on a laptop angle. So you're going to take your popsicle stick and you are going to stick it in at a 45-degree angle into the body of your whistle. Okay, so I'm going to put it in right here. I stick it in at a 45-degree angle. Okay. Now, with my popsicle stick still in there, I'm going to take a needle tool, or you can take a clay knife, and I'm going to cut the clay away opposite up here. Oops. There we go. And I'm going, sorry. So I cut the clay away opposite, and I'm going to peel that part away. Now, let me see if I can. What you need to happen when it whistles is opposite of your mouthpiece. It's kind of dark in there, but you want to, opposite of your mouthpiece, you want to have this little angular slide, because that is the piece. Maybe this one will show you better. See that little slide in there? That is the slide that you are going to line your mouthpiece up that will make it whistling. So the piece where the popsicle stick is now, underneath that is going to be where I'm going to create that slide. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to take the popsicle stick away. This piece right here is what I want the slide to be. That's going to break the noise. But as I made that, it got kind of all obstructed. So I'm going to take it, I'll pinch it between my fingers and kind of clean off the side area so that no clay is kind of obstructing that. And I'm using my two fingers. I'm pinching it kind of like this to kind of raise that little slide part up and smooth it all out. Okay, so that this will whistle. Okay, so what needs to happen in order for this to whistle? Here's Okay, see this slide? Here's the bottom of the slide. Your mouthpiece needs to line up directly in a straight line to the bottom of that whistle, because the wind will blow and it will break on that little slide, and that is what makes the whistling noise. So if you just throw in your pops or your mouthpiece in there and it's going above, so when you blow, it blows above the slide, there's nothing to break the wind, so it will not whistle. And the same thing if it was going too low. Again, there's nothing that would break the noise, the wind, so it would not whistle. So when I make it whistle, I like to put the mouthpiece back on the popsicle stick, because this acts as a straight line. So I'm going to slide the mouthpiece back on, okay, and I have a little bit of it sticking out, and I want to carefully stick it in there. It's hard to see the angles, but see if this mouthpiece is now way too high, because that straight line is going above the little slide part. So what I need to do is I'm going to carve away a little bit more clay down here so that the mouthpiece is going to sit in there a little bit lower. So again, I'm going to slide it in there, and then I use the mouthpiece to kind of see if that's going too low, that will not whistle. So I need this to be lined up. It's kind of just hard to see the depth in here. So now this mouthpiece is lined up to the bottom of this slide. I don't want to use a popsicle stick and jab this part, because I want it to be a straight, even line. So you want to be careful when you're lining it up that you don't, I guess I'll just push it and then destroy that. I'm going to fix it really quick. So you want to have a little bit of a gap in between. They should not be touching each other, but they also shouldn't be very far away. So a little bit of a gap, and I like to stick the mouthpiece in there a little bit. I don't have it just attached from the outside. So I have it actually stuck in there a little bit, and then I use a popsicle stick to line it up. And then if I hold this in place and I slide the popsicle stick out and blow into it, hopefully that will whistle. So there, now you have it whistling. And a lot of people too, I know it feels weird, but clay, I mean, it's just kind of dirt. It's not going to hurt you. But I see people that are maybe don't feel too comfortable putting their mouth or like lips on the mouthpiece. So they'll go, and usually I see students doing that, and I'll say, try putting your lips actually on it. And when they do, like when they're doing this, they can't whistle. But when they actually put their lips on it, now you have it whistle. So I would put your mouth on it. Anyways, now that I have the mouthpiece whistling, the whistling, I need to now score and slip my mouthpiece on there because I need to attach it. So I kind of, I call this maybe lazy scoring. I will kind of take the needle tool and I'm gonna kind of just drag it so I'm like scratching both pieces so that they become attached. Okay, and then I'm going to get it wet in between there with some slip. Okay, and now I'm going to carefully smooth this so that it becomes one piece. And now you want to be very careful that you don't lose the whistle once you get it whistling. So what happens is, if a lot of people, they'll lose the whistle because they'll bump the mouthpiece and then it will get off track, is just use your popsicle stick and line it up again. Ooh, I just jabbed it, but line it up again. Okay, and then carefully hold it there and move back. All right, so once you have it whistling, I would then create it into something. So try to remember, you don't want to just stick your mouthpiece somewhere and then try to make the hole with that slide. You want to stick the popsicle stick in, create that slide, and then line up the mouthpiece. So your mouthpiece, you can have it be kind of flat to your project, so it's kind of doesn't really show. You could have your mouthpiece be part of your design of the project, or you could just have your mouthpiece kind of just in the back hanging out. So whichever way you want. And yeah, just make sure that it whistles. So have fun.